857 days. 122 weeks. 2 years and 5 months. That's how long I've been unemployed. I mean, it feels longer, honestly. It feels like I've lived like 3 lives since I've lost my job in 2023. Anyway, that's the story of how losing my job at 24 made me feel like a failure. It was 6 months after I turned 24 that I lost my job during the coldest month of the year, February. And like, I even bought a car in November of the year prior to losing my job, just for this job, just so I could travel to this job. That was the job that I considered my career. Like, it was a desk job. It was like something I studied for, and it was all for nothing. That's what I believed, at least, when I was laid off. So I was even planning on moving. Like, I was doing like budgeting, like trying to find what place would suit me best. I was planning on moving at 25 to pursue this career, like during the summer. That obviously didn't happen. After I lost my job, I tried to convince myself that everything was fine and everything was like that I could consider this like laid off thing as like a vacation, like a small vacation, because I was like, oh yeah, I mean, I haven't gotten a vacation, like a very long vacation in a long time. And I was like, okay, fine, I'm just going to consider it as a vacation. But after weeks of being unemployed and walking like around my house like a freaking ghost with no aim, no purpose, especially that I was at my parents' house and I had planned on moving, and I was like, okay, so now I'm stuck at my parents' house and I don't know what to do. I haven't, like, my plan was that, and like now my plan is like null. It didn't, like, especially that it was in the middle of winter. I was like, what is there to do? So I started to wonder and like ruminate and being anxious about my future and being like, what's in it for me? I was like, why did I lose my job? Like, was I not good enough? I mean, sure, I was young, but that didn't mean I wasn't skilled. I literally went to school for that job and I got laid off. I mean, sure, on paper it was like, yeah, my job was like deleted, but you know, you go past that when you're in your 20s, like especially if you've grown up in the place where like your parents have had their jobs for like years, and you're supposed, especially at 25 or 24, like you're supposed to be where they had been at your age, right? And like there's this pressure to do as good as them or better than them in that department. So I don't know how I survived, because every time I would like try to go to sleep and all these questions like bombarded me, like especially like, did I go to college away from my hometown, like living 3 years away for nothing? And the fact is, every question I had no answer. Like nobody was answering me, because how could they answer me? And even I couldn't answer for myself. So like I tried to hide these questions. I didn't ask for help. I mean, I tried, but it's like all they had to say to me is like that I should try harder. And in that situation, it's not easy to feel like you're supported in a very difficult period of your life. Like, I don't know, I felt like I was never the problem child. Like, I was always like so good at school and I didn't have any problem with grades. So when I arrive with something that's like not great or not perfect, it was like, why didn't she try harder? Why don't you have a backup plan ready? I was like, I was not expecting to be laid off. I mean, sure, during like the final weeks, I was like, okay. I had a feeling, a small feeling, but I tried to push it down because that thing is scary. That's a very scary feeling. If you feel like your lifeline, like your life is on the line, it's like you try not to think about it. Anyway, after all these questions, I sent out resumes everywhere and I waited. Nothing. I heard back from nobody. Like, not even the grocery store. Like, nothing. I heard back from nothing. So I went to like see a professional that could help me with perfecting my CV, like perfecting it to match today's standards, right? We were in March at this point. I genuinely don't like remember how many CVs I sent because weirdly enough, like the job market was like a very fucked up situation. Like you send out CVs and you think, am I sending them in the void? Like why am I not, like why am I being ghosted? Like it's not like I have no experience at all. Like I send out CVs pretty much every day or at least every week. And instead of waiting like a desperate puppy, I decided to focus on my novel, on writing my novel, at least finishing it. Because I had all the time in the world and I was like, what's the point of waiting? I've waited and I've got nothing. I've waited for answers, I've got nothing. Like, the least I could do was do something that I could control, aka writing my novel. Like, I know the outcome, I know everything, it's fine, I can just do what I like. So I wrote every single day, and I think I finished the novel like in the summer, so I was kind of, that my cat is just, hello. Hello. And that'd be, but so yeah, I was writing every day, but there was still something like just like picking the back of my brain, like gnawing at the back of my brain, and that thing was YouTube. I had done YouTube in the past, and then I was like, what is there? Like, I have literally all the time in the world. I could start doing YouTube again. But I was so damn afraid to just start doing it that I was like, I don't know, man. I waited to do YouTube for a whole minute, okay? So like I didn't post until like very well into the year. I think like in December of 2023. Yes, 2023. But yeah, I still started doing YouTube that year. And that is going to be another video in itself, because there's a lot to unpack regarding YouTube. So yeah, even with YouTube and writing my novel, I was still sending CVs. I mean, I got a few interviews every once in a while, but after every interview, like a week or two later, like I would be called back and I was like, they were basically say, oh, we went with another candidate, and it was like, okay, fine. And that went on for, I would say, like 2 years at this point. Yeah, 2 years. So like, if you're like me, struggling to find a job in 2025, please know that you're not alone and that you are definitely not a failure. Okay, you are not a failure. Like, the job market is pretty much rigged at this point. Like, with all this new stuff with AI, and like, if you don't have the right keywords in your resume or in like your like presentation letter, you're essentially screwed by the algorithm. And don't even get me started on automatic responses and like, basically, like the little like not tests, but like the thing you fill out. Like, it's basically the same information as your CV, but it's like, dude, please. It's overtly curated, but it's not effective at all. Like, at all. I wanted to end this video on a note where I was like, okay, so basically, I learned, because I learned it the hard way, that your 20s are meant for exploring and learning what you like and what you don't like. It's not about finding the perfect job, the perfect career right away. You are not supposed to have all the money in the world in your 20s. You're not behind in life, like, you're following your own path. And like, yeah, maybe you have some friends in their 20s that are already parents, or maybe they already have a house, and maybe you still live with your parents. And I'm going to say that it's totally fine, especially in today's economy. I would not blame you if you wanted to save some money while living with your parents. I mean, sure, sometimes living with your parents, it doesn't cost you anything, no, but it costs you mentally. Because at the end of the day, if you live with your parents as an adult, you are 3 adults or more if you have siblings that are also adults, living under the same roof. And sometimes boundaries are crossed. What I wanted to say is, basically, your 20s are to live through experiences. And notice how I didn't say good experiences. It can be bad experiences too. In general, these experiences are meant to make you grow as a person, as an adult. And money comes and goes, okay? It's like, it's never going to go away. There's always going to be a way to have money and make money. But being rich in your 20s is basically an unrealistic feat. And you should definitely not believe everything you see on the internet. Like, oh my god, I'm a 22-year-old and I bought a house. Okay, chill. You don't have to be 22. Like, if you're like 21 right now and you see this one 22-year-old and they have a Lambo in the garage, or they go on vacation every single month, chances are they are full of debt. I don't make the rules. So, as I was saying, money just comes and goes. It's not evil, and it's not good either. It's just a means to an end. It's like meant to take you there, like from here to there. During this unemployment period, I did a lot of reading, learning and growing. I'm still learning, growing, reading, whatever. I'm still doing a lot of those things. That hasn't changed much. And I definitely thought about changing career paths, because I definitely thought about going back to school. I genuinely don't know what the future holds for me. I cannot predict it, even if I'm a very big fan of tarot and like all these like old videos. If this video found you, it's definitely for you. Well, listen, if this video found you, it's definitely for you, okay? It's fine. So yeah, I don't know what the future holds for me, but I can make choices. And if those are bad choices or good choices, it doesn't really matter at the end, because I'm going to end up where I'm supposed to be. I can make an impact, a good impact on my life. And you can too. Ciao.